Hey, this is René. Welcome back to another video on this channel, and today I will work on the Donchian channel super strategy again, and I will add the martingale part, or martingale, or whatever you want to call it. So we will increase the lot size if we have losing trades. And this might sound complicated, but in the end it is really easy. So let's jump right into the programming part. So what we do here is we trade whenever there's a Donchian channel signal. So right now, or in the last video, I hard-coded the lot size for the buy and sell function of the ctrade class here. And we always open position with 0.1 lots. Now we want to change this. And also I want to make the starting lot size a user input. So let's go to the very top of the program. We create a input variable of type double, and we say, for example, it is called lots. Then we say input double, we want a lots factor, for example 2, which will be the multiplication, or we can say whatever we want, 0.3, 0.5, doesn't really matter, the user can change this. And this will be the factor that is applied for every losing trade pretty much. And since we made these two input variables, we can now change them like really easily. For example, here in the strategy tester, we will see them in the inputs tab down here now. So we can change it here before we start the test. So what will we do with these two variables? These two variables can be used in the code now. So we can say we want to open with the lot size here and here. But also we want to increase this lot size. So we can say we have a another global variable here, which is it's another lot factor, or we can say applied lots factor, because this will be the lot factor that we use to multiply it with the lot size. So this will be 1 if we initialize the program. So we will start with an applied lots factor of 1. And what we can do now is, before we open positions, we calculate the actual lot size that we use for this position. So we say the lot size that we want to open is lots, like the starting lot size, multiplied with this applied lots factor. And now we use this lots variable here to open the position. Always remember, these variables, although the name is similar, they are completely different for the PC. And the difference is, this is a small letter L and this is a capital letter L. And this difference is enough to make it a completely different variable for the PC. There's absolutely no connection between these two. Yeah, so this is what we do. Also, since we multiplied here, we might have a result with too many digits after the decimal point. So what we can do here is, we can say we want to round this lot size to a precision of 2 digits after the decimal point. So this is what we do, and we do the same thing. So I just copy this, and we do the same thing here for the position opening of a sell position. And here we'll use this lot size or lots variable to open the position. So the only thing we have to do now is we have to increase and reset this applied lots factor variable. And the easiest way is to do it here. So we say whenever we close a position, or when we reset like the position ticket, we will then increase the lots factor. So what we do here is we say, or when we close a position, we check if position get double, and then we check if position profit is greater than 0. So if this position that we just closed here, if this was a winning position, Then we want to reset the applied lots factor to the default value, which is 1. So we start with the starting lot size again. But if the profit was negative, we will multiply this applied lot size with the lots factor from the inputs, like this. So we need to copy this block here pretty much. So copy this block and put it here for the closing of a buy position if there is a sell signal. So I just paste it here and compile. So this should be enough code to take care of increasing the lot size. So let's make a test. Go to the strategy tester, select your program, and now you can modify the inputs here, but in this case I will just leave it as it is, and I will start the test. So we will see now the first trade should be open with 0.1 lots, and this is correctly done here. And then we wait until we see the second signal, and since the first signal was closed with a profit, we do not increase the lot size. But once we make a loss, here we made a loss since we closed the second position here with a loss. We increase the lot size, and the next position is then open with 0.13 lots. And this is like the procedure that we will keep on doing. So this position was closed with a small profit, so we will reset the lot size to 0. And yeah, we can do this like for a long time. Here you can see we increased the lot size multiple times, and now we already have a really big lot size. Also, this is not like a risk-free operation, which what we do here is. Of course, we are getting a system where we have a bigger chance of making great profits, but still we also increase the risk, because you can see the losses are always bigger with every single trade pretty much. This is because we increase the lot size, of course. But we will see once we make a profit, like here, this profit should be relatively big. And it is, yeah, kind of big. Still, we did not make a overall profit. So, yeah, maybe we will have to adjust this system a little bit more and work on this algorithm even more to increase the efficiency. So what we see here is this is working, and yeah, we can see we increase the lot size and we make profits or we lose. But the martingale algorithm is working so far. But this is not really like perfect. So one of the main issues is that all of these trades have a different outcome pretty much. So you can see there might be trades that lose 400 points, but there might also be trades that lose 200 points or even less, and there might be trades that make a profit of 900 points, and there might be trades that make a profit of 800 points. So the main point is every result is different here in this system right now. And we cannot really predict like the outcome. And the big problem is that in a period where we make a lot of losses, we increase the lot size, and in the end we have a really big lot size, but if the following winning trade is really small, it doesn't really help us, right? So we will have to take into account how much we won or lost with a trade. And I have an idea for this. We could, for example, we could say that we want to increase whenever we lose a specific amount of points. So we can say something like increase points, I don't know, 100, whatever, or 1000. So when we lost 1000 points, like with a bunch of trades, then we increase by this lot factor. So realized points or lost points, something like this, lost points. So we will use this variable here, lost points, to count the number of points that we lost. So how can we do this? So we don't even have to change too much. So let's go to the point in our code where we closed the open positions. So here we closed a by position, and now we have to increase the point counter. And since we have to do this 2 times, one time here and one time here, we can write a function for this. So what we will do here is we can say increase or update points counter, update lost points. I mean, it doesn't really matter how you want to call this function. And then let's remove this block. So we will just update the lost points, and we also do this here after we closed a by position. So we compile this, and now we will write the program, the function. Update lost points here, somewhere here. So now we created this new function, and this function needs a parameter, and this is of type unsigned long, and this will be the position ticket that we just closed pretty much. So, oh wait, we can do this here before we reset the position ticket. So yeah, we can do it like this, I think. And then we don't need this parameter because position ticket is a global variable anyways. So what we do here is we select a history. So we say history select by position. And now we use our position ticket to select the history of this position. You can read about this function in the documentation or reference, of course. So this is a really useful function because it selects the history of all deals and orders that are that have any connection pretty much with this position. So in MetaTrader, you will always see open positions if they are currently open, but positions are always built up. So if you have a deal, for example, here in the history, you will see a position is always made up of at least 2 deals. You have a in deal or a deal that opens the position, and then you have a out deal. This is the deal that closes the position or exits the position. So we have these 2 deals, and by using this history select function, we will select the history with these deals, and now we can use them. So what we can do here is we can loop through all the deals. So we can say history deals total like this. So we can loop through all the deals using this for loop. And a for loop is always built like this. You have this for keyword, then you have a this first step pretty much in the parentheses here. And this is like the initialization. So when the for loop is executed in the code, this will be done. So we create a integer variable of type integer with the name I, and it will get or it will hold the value of this history deals total function, like the return value. And this function returns the amount of deals. As I said, in this case, we have 2 deals that are connected with this position, so it will return 2. And then we will run the loop for as long as I is greater or equal 0, and after every loop run, we will decrease the value I by 1. And what we can do here is now we can select a deal if or a history deal. So we can say if history deal select, and then we need a ticket number, so we need this ticket first. So we can say deal ticket, and we can get this ticket also, history deal get ticket, and here we have to provide a index, and this is our I. So now we can say history deal select, and we can now use this deal ticket to select a deal. And now we can use pretty much, this is pretty similar to selecting a open position. We can now use history deal get integer, get symbol, string, and get double functions to get information for this deal. So what we can do here is we can check if history deal get integer, and then we say, we use this ticket number again, and then we say deal entry, I think, and then we say deal entry in, if it is a in entry. So if we made this deal to open a position, then we can say this is the open price. So we will need the open price here, and we will need the closing price for our position. Open close price. So if we have the in deal selected, this is our open price. So we say history Tori deal get double, deal ticket, deal price. And then if we found the exit deal entry equal to deal entry out, in this case, we will say this is our close price. History deal get double. Deal ticket. So deal ticket, and deal price. And then the lost points will be increased by the difference of these two values, right? But first of all, we will have to figure out if this was a buy position or a sell position. So this is like really easy, because we can say, we can create another variable here, position direction, something like this. And if we found the in deal, we can just check what this direction was. So we can check if history deal get integer, and then we say deal ticket, deal type. And here we can check if this was a deal type buy operation. So if we bought something. In this case, the position direction will be 1, for example. And if the history deal get integer, deal ticket, deal type, if this type was deal type sell, deal type sell. Okay, I forgot this closing bracket here. In this case, the position direction is equal to -1. So what we can do here is now, like when we increase the lots point, we can check if, the position direction is equal to 1, because in this case we have a buy position, then we will say the lot points have to be increased by the close price minus the entry price or the open price. And also, since we made the lots point a integer variable, we will have to divide this by the point value for the current symbol. The point value for the current symbol is always like the point size, and this is the smallest value that this market or symbol can change. For example, in euro US dollar, it's 0.00001. So yeah, if we divide this value by 0.0001, we will get an integer amount of lots that we won or lost. And if the position direction is equal to -1, in this case, the lot points will be increased by open price minus close price, divided by the point value. And also we say if we only do this if open price and closed price are greater than 0. So if we found a value for both of these prices. So this should work, and we should get like the winning and losing points now. So we still have some errors because we will have to use this. So we used this in the onTick function already. So we update the lost points. Also, I want to print this in the chart comment. So what I do here is I add a new line and say lost points. And here I say that I want to print these lost points here. Also, what I want to do is if the lost points are greater than 0, I want to reset it. So then I want to say lost points are 0, because I only want to track it if we are losing, because otherwise I do not want to increase the lot size. So let's go back to our onTick function, and we still have a problem because I used this applied lots factor variable here, but I deleted this. So what we have to do now is we will have to calculate it, I think. Or first of all, we will have to check, we'll have to get like some kind of increase factor. And what we can do is we can check how often the increased points fit in the lost points, not lots points. So what we do here is we say the lost points will be divided by the increase points, like this. And yes, this should be correct. And then we can use, or we can increase the lot size using the following operation. We say math power. Yeah, we use something like this. This is a mathematical operation where we multiply the first value with the second value multiple times, I think. No, where we multiply the first value with itself multiple times. So what we do here is we have here the lots factor as a first input, and the second one is the increase factor, like this. And this should be the calculation for the lot size. So let me copy this, copy it and paste it here. Paste. And this should be the code that is needed to increase the lot size. So there are still some problems. Let's fix them real quick. It says that we are working with these variables and they are potentially not initialized. So this is easily fixed. You can just write something like this, initialize them with a value, and also initialize this position direction variable. And then, of course, here this is lost points, not lots points. So like this. So, whoops, there's still a problem. Okay, we will have to say that this is a integer value, like this. Okay, since we did this now, we can now test the program again, and I hope that I didn't make a mistake here. This was a little bit confusing also to me, but yeah, let's see. So the first position is opened, and let's wait, it is closed, and we made a profit, so the lost points are not increasing. This is correct so far, so let's wait for the first loss. Yeah, there is the first loss, and let's see, we lost 490, is this correct? Let me zoom in a little bit. Let me check this. So position was opened here. Yeah, I mean, no, the value can be correct. I think it is correct. So we lost 503 points. So we do not increase the lot size just yet, because we only want to increase if this size is above 1000. So we wait until the value will be above 1000. So we lost 700. So we lost 1000 here. And this is not good. The lot size is decreasing. And I think I already know why this is happening. Because we will have to look at this here. And the problem is that this will be negative. The increase factor will be negative. So we have to say math abs absolute. This will make this will take this value and make it positive. Or it will just like take away any negative value, and it will make it positive. So if we start the program again, we should now see that the value will increase once the lost points are above or are below 1000, like a negative. So here we now see that the lot size is increased, and this is like really good. Also, we see the lost points will be increased and decreased. Still, the problem is that if these lost points are always increasing, this is not really helping us, right? So we will have to make sure, or I think another good idea would be to bring some weight into the calculation. And we can do this by modifying or update lost points function one more time. So what I want to do here is I want to get like the position volume. Position volume is equal to 0. And what I do here is for when we open the position, I want to get the position volume here. So we say history deal get double deal ticket deal volume. So this is the lot size of the opening deal. And what we want to do here is we want to like add some weight to this to the lost points. So this value here that we calculate here, I want to multiply this with a value. So let me add another pair of brackets here. Oh no, I think I can add it here. I can multiply this with the following value. So I would say the the position volume is then bigger than the lot size. So I say position volume divided by the starting lots, I think. Divided by the starting lots. So this means that whenever we make a profit or a loss, we give this these points that we lost or won a bigger impact if the lot size was already bigger. So this should help us to put some weight on the big winning trades, I hope. So let's check this out and see if this is working. I hope that it will work. So let's see. The lot size should be increased once we are below 1000 points in negative. And this is happening. And now if we make a profit, so we reduce it by around 800 points, which was correct, I think, because there was some more weight on this position because the lot size was already bigger. So let's wait for another big win here. There was another win. And there was another win. And the lost points are now 0. And I hope that we made a win in total. And yes, we did. So the profit is not there. I don't know really why it is not there, but let's check it out. We are around profit. Yeah, this is like plus minus 0. So this was just a coincidence, I think, because the last trade just hit like the 0 mark. So let's test this for a little longer period. So go here. We test this for the current year and start it. So we have some more testing. We have a longer testing period. So let's check this out. So right now there's no increasing of the position size yet because the system is not failing. But once we get like these big sideways movements, we will see that the position lot size will be increased. Okay, here we have a big win. Probably this will, yeah, the lost points are now 0. So I think the overall system is in profit right now. So no need to increase the lot size. So let's just wait. There's another big win. So no need to increase the lot size. But once we get like the big sideways movements, we will see that the lost points will reach over 1000 and then we will increase the lot size. So let's just wait here a little bit until this event happens. There's another win. So it looks like the start of year 2022 was like really good for the Donchian channel in Euro/USD in the 1 hour chart. Yeah, this was another big win. So the system is really like doing really good. But this is not really what I want to see in my testing right now. I want to see the system fail at least for a while so we can see how the lot size increases and how this martingale functionality is working. Okay, there's another big win. Never mind, I will just fast forward like this video, I think, until we hit a point where we lost several points. Okay, so I didn't have to wait too long. There it is already. We are 1,300 points in negative or in loss, as you can see here. There was another profit with a little bit more weight. So yeah, we are still in negative here, but not so far that we would have to increase the position size. But yeah, you can see this mechanism is working like really good, at least for the testing. And now we would have to do some long-term testing here to figure out if this is a calculated risk or if the risk is too high. As you can see here, this is a perfect situation. So this is what I'm talking about. You see here, we are losing with this trade, we are losing with this trade, we are losing with this trade, with this trade, and with this trade, and also with this trade. So we are in a period, there's no clear trend, we get a lot of losing trades. We are 3,400 points in a losing position. And always remember, this is always, also the losing positions are always weighted. So the calculation for the lost points has a bigger weight if the losing position has a bigger lot size. So this works in both ways. But now we will see there is potentially a big win here. And we should see that this will make up for a lot of these losses because the lot size now was really, really big. So we would see this here. Yeah, this. Look at this. This made a really nice profit of 190 points and euro. And we should also see it here somewhere. Yes. And now we will have to wait until we make up for the last of these 1,500 or now 2,400 points. And this might go into like the negative section even more if there are no winning operations. But in the end, if there is a big move, and this is like a really big if, but if there is a big move, it will pretty much make up for all of these losses in a really good way because the position size is a lot bigger. So yeah, let's wait until we see another big move. And this is like the general idea of this program. Like you have to believe that somewhere there will be a big move in this Donchian channel indicator. And if you believe this, this could be a system that would be worth looking at for you. So you can see this was a really big profit, I think. So let's have a look at the graph here. Yes, you can see this profit nearly made up for all of these losses now. And yeah, this is why this martingale functionality can help you to like cover your losses really big. But always remember, this is always a big risk. Because if these periods where you have no clear trend, if they are going for too long, and if your lots factor is too high, you will lose a lot of money. And here, this was another winning trade. So right now, the profit should be, we should have a new all-time high in our equity curve here. And this is working. So yeah, this is how you can use like this martingale or lots increasing or however you want to call it functionality. So yeah, let's have a look at the code again. Oh yeah, here we made a lot of losses. So this is like the risk that you are taking when you work with a system like this. But these are just like some months tested. You would have to test this in a much longer period and in different time frames with different settings and so on and so on. So what we did here is we now have these lots factor and increase points inputs, and also we use this lost points global variable, because we will increase this whenever we have a winning or losing trade. So we will work with this global variable. So then what we also changed is for this block here, we added a function, which is the update lost points function. So whenever we close a position, we call this function before we reset the position ticket. We also do this if we close a buy position. And let's have a look at this function. The function is like really cool because we first of all create several variables that we will fill later on. And we then check if we are able to select a position history. So we get our position ticket, which is at this point not resetted to 0. And then we select the history of this position. Then we loop through all the deals in this history of this specific position. Then we are searching for the opening deal. And once we found it, we store the deal price in our open price variable. And we also get like the position volume and the position direction. Then if we found the closing deal, we will close the price of this deal in the close price variable. And then after we found both of these deals, we will check if our open price and close price variable is greater than 0. And then we check the direction, and then we increase the lost points. And also we put some weight onto this operation, because if the position volume is already bigger than the starting volume, then we want to put some more weight on it. So yeah, this is what we do pretty much. And yeah, this is it. Also, if the lost points are above 0, we do not want to increase it anymore, because we only want to use this functionality if we are losing. So once we did this, we updated the lost points. We can now use these lost points here to calculate a increase factor for our lots. We do this by dividing the lost points by the increase points, which is this user input here. So the user can always decide how strong this functionality should impact the system. Then we just have to calculate the lots, the starting lots, with the lots factor, which is increased by a specific power. I do not really know how to express this in English, but for example, if the lots factor is 1.3 and this increase factor is 5, this operation here would mean that we multiply 1.3 with itself 5 times, right? So this is what this math power function does. It does pretty much this. If the lots factor is 1.3 and the increase factor is 5. So we just multiply the value by itself multiple times. So we have this, the lots calculated then. Of course, we have to round it because there might be some issues with digits after the decimal points. And then we use this value to increase the, to open the position, either a buy position or a sell position. Like this is pretty much the same for both of these operations. And that's it. That's how you can build a easy Donchian channel martingale system. And of course, you could change a lot of things here. You could add a trailing stop. Maybe I will add some more stuff to the system. But first of all, I think I will do some long-term backtesting and see if this is like too risky or if you can find some moderate, some settings that are okay to trade. And it is not like too much risk. So I hope you liked it. Please do your own testing with the program. It's really easy in the strategy tester. You can do it on your own. And let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. In the end, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked this kind of strategy development series. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.